Welcome to episode 1 here in Kleines land. I must be mad to start a third gameplay series, Let's Play, but here we are. I absolutely fell in love with this map when I first saw it, so I thought, you know, something had to be done. I'm calling it the Vintage Experiment because I've been wanting to do or find a map and do a series using just as much vintage or old equipment as I can, and I thought, well, this would be ideal because it's only a small map, the fields are all fairly flat, so I'm going to give it a go. Now there might be the odd thing that's not exactly old and vintage, but that's because there's nothing available on the mod hub for me to find. But we are going to try and do as much as we can with the older equipment. This is the map if you're not familiar with it, and you can see how tiny it is. So I've no idea where this series is going. There's no sort of end goal. We're just going to go with the flow. It probably won't be a long series. So yeah, we're just going to crack on and see what happens. I don't know if you notice, we've got no money at all. We do own a couple of things. So on the map, I did buy the starting farm area, which does give us a cow pasture or cow barn and a chicken pen. We've got a silo farmhouse with a sleep trigger, and we've got a fuel point. Now obviously we can't afford to do any animals straight away. That's probably quite a long way off, I would imagine. And I also own this forestry area up here. That is it. That is all we own in terms of land. I bought the starting area because there's nowhere else for us to go really without buying a field and ruining a field. Yeah, so I thought we'd better start there, but we have got all this shed space and nothing really to put in it. We have got, because we've got forestry area, this chainsaw, which was the oldest looking one I could find on Mod Hub, so you'll have to bear with me with that one. At least it looks older than the standard in-game ones and the modded in ones. And we do have a tractor which is currently up at our shop, or the shop, it's not our shop. So this is all part of our yard. There's our farmhouse over there. We do have a workshop trigger just inside these doors, and a beautiful lovely little lake area. At the end of the lake there is a water point for us as well if we need that in the future, which is pretty handy. Hopefully it will be. So we're gonna run up to the shop because it is literally just up the road. It's not very far away at all, and I'll show you what we've gone for as a starting tractor. Now I think it's going to be a very versatile and useful tractor for us on this map, this series, and I can see it doing quite a lot of work for us on here. I've seen it before and always wanted to try it out, but I've been recommended it by someone, and here it is. It's the Fent 250 GT, so thank you Graham for recommending this to me. Comes with all sorts of different attachments. We can put seeders, planters on it, cultivators, plows. We've got this front sort of bucket section, if you want to call it that, so we won't need a trailer straight off the bat. I've gone for the bigger configuration of it just for the fact that it was going to take more logs for us. So yeah, this is it. This is the bad boy. So as you can see, I don't think it gets much more vintage than this. So that should hook up, and we can use that, like I say, as a tipper instead of a trailer. There is no straps on here, so we're going to have to be very careful with the logs. So let's head over to our forestry area, and we're going to have to start cutting some trees down, I think, to A, make some money, and the aim is to try and clear that whole area, which you can just see over there with all the tall trees in. Actually, some of it to the left is out of bounds. There's a little stream or river that runs between our bit of land and the other bit to the left, so not all of it is ours, but this is going to take quite a while to clear this with just a chainsaw and this little wagon here. Luckily the sawmill's only over there, so we're going to give it a go and see what happens. Hopefully we can turn this area into maybe a field, I'm hoping. So we'll drop that there, and we will pick, that looks like they're all sort of different. You've got the straighter sort of spruce trees, and you've got these ones here. I think we'll go for, it doesn't matter, does it? They've all got to come down. And what I have noticed as well in these woods here is we've got a few of these dotted around, so which we can pick up, that are just left on the floor. So that's probably going to give us a tiny little bit more income as well. But we'll get cracking. We've got some lovely mushrooms there, look, growing. Try and chop that nib off like so. So this is going to take a while, like I say. I won't put you all through the pain of it, the whole lot of it. We'll do a few, see how much we get off of sort of this tree. I'm hoping we can pick most of these up. Obviously we don't have super strength on the console. And we're not going to fit a great deal in that tractor as well. So obviously as more narrow it gets, the longer the lengths we can actually pick up. Hoping if we cut that about there, that should do that. Let's start with the bigger bits. Probably not going to let me lift that up. No, brilliant. It's very hard to judge sometimes when you're just doing it like this. But we'll get this loaded up as much as we can, and then we'll head on down to the sawmill and see what we make off of it. So you're going to let me pick that one up. Excellent. That's a lot bigger than the first one I tried to pick up. Why does it let me pick that one up then? Let's just see if we can sort this out a little bit better and pull that one out from there. Come on. Right, let's move that one down there, and that one over. Thank you. Right, where were we? Here. So again, that's going to let me pick that one up, which is good. So it looks like it was just the first one that I cut too much. Too big. I'm going to try and get them in as best we can, because I want to try and get as much in here as we can. Where's it gone? There it is. And once all this area is cleared, like I say, we'll try and create some sort of field. Obviously keeping an eye on our boundary. Oh, I forgot to show you. I'll show you in a sec. Let's get this loaded up. What sort of settings we've got on this series. So if we go across, I've got it on economic difficulty on normal at the minute, just because I don't want to earn too much off of these logs. But if it starts getting a little bit of a slog, I may drop that down to easy, because obviously the fields are quite small. Everything else pretty standard on there. All this is off. Fuel usage is on default. Again, because the fields are quite small, I've got plant growth on fast, but I will monitor that as we go. Plant withering's off, crop destruction we got on, periodic ploughing's on, liming's on. I've even turned weeds on. I hate doing weeds, but I thought it would probably give us another bit more of a challenge. And then the autosave interval is off, as I normally have anyway. So that is where we are in terms of settings. Now I don't think we're going to get much more into this trailer without us spilling out everywhere. So is that going to sit there? I might squeeze one more in on that side. It's a weird shape now. It goes a bit knobbly up the top, these trees, don't it? So is that going to sit there? Like I said, do you know what? I'm going to try and squeeze one more in the middle. Let's go for it. We can do it, guys. This is where it all comes crashing down. Look, there we go. Here we go. Right. Maybe that was one too many, but... oh, come on. Stop. There, please. I think if they were a bit more sort of straighter, they would stay there, but let's see if we can get that one just to sit up in there. Did that stay there? Right, that is not going to stay on there, is it? If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's going to be a slow trip to the sawmill, but luckily, like I say, it is literally just behind us. So the brakes on this tractor aren't that great anyway. So, come on, we can make it. This is where it's going to probably fall off because we're turning. Slowly does it. Right, I think we made it, guys. We're on the straight. Just to here is where we want to go. Whoa. Right, how much do we reckon we're going to get? That is not a full tree either. 1,792. Absolutely fantastic. I'm happy with that. Very happy. So, like I said, well, it's going to take quite a while. But this is all we've got we can do. We don't own anything else. We can't go anywhere else. I'm gonna not do any contracts on here. I'm gonna keep it as is. And I'm going to not lease anything as well. We're going to do everything the hard way we have to own everything. So, oh, there's me throwing it now. I was meant to just drop that. So yeah, it is going to be a bit of a slog here and there, but we'll see how it goes. Will this fit on there? This isn't the best two pieces to start off with, is it? But oh, now I've gone completely over. Something like that. That's quite long actually. I might chop that down. I think we'll chop that one down. Right, I'm going to crack on. I'm probably going to try, it's going to take me a while because I don't want to bore you with all just this forestry work, but I'm going to clear this whole area if I can, and I'll bring you back in when we're done. So we're at 9:56, so I'll probably see you in about 24 hours. So I'll see you shortly. Just thought I'd bring you guys back in because, as you can see, we have got quite a bit of money, 12,845. I've probably only cut down about 8 or 9 trees, but we are getting there. I've chopped these two up ready to go, but I was thinking, I know the sawmill's only over there, not a million miles away, but to save the backwards and forwards, and we can't fit a mass amount in there, I was thinking of buying us a little trailer to help out with the transportation of the logs. So I was looking at this little fella here, self-made forest trailer, which I think would fit in with the vintage old style. It looks quite old. So, and it's only €1,000 to buy. I keep the wheels the same, but I was hoping to try and turn it into a sort of old brown style something. Oh, that's very, maybe that one. I don't know what it says orange. It's not really orange, is it? That's a bit more orangey. What about that colour? Let's go for that. It's not going to cost us any extras, so we're going to buy that. Happy days. Buying more equipment already. We're going to pop over to the shop. Oh, there's a tree stump there. That's what I've got to be careful for. And we will go and collect our trailer. I think it's just going to help with the longer bits that we can pick up, because trying to fit them into this front bucket or whatever we want to call it, it's not that easy, and they sort of stick out on the angle and you can't really fit much more in there after that, so it's kind of restricts the amount you can put in there. So hopefully this trailer is going to be a massive help to us. Now we probably will only need it for this bit we're doing now, so whether we keep hold of it, I mean selling it, we're not going to get a great deal back for it, but we'll see what happens when we get there. I'm hoping it will hook up. Oh, that's good. That's good, that's all working. Oh, cement mixer, we're not going to beat him, let's wait. We're going to beat that car though. I'm very impressed with this tractor though. I know it only goes 19 miles an hour, but it actually does feel like you're going quite quick. This is definitely going to help out. I'm not sure if there's tension straps on the trailer. We will soon find out. There's the greenhouses. That's another possibility for us to buy somewhere further down the line. Probably not worth doing that until we've got cows producing manure, because you're going to need some manure for those greenhouses. Right, let's see if we can get around there. Right, what I want to do is just try that trailer with some of the longer. So these ones at the end should be quite long, fairly long. So something like that. Have we got tension straps? We have. Brilliant. So we should be able to stack that out a lot better and higher. So that's good. That's pleased me. So I will carry on with this mammoth task. Just out of interest, what is the cheapest plot of land? I would probably say 2. So that's 49,000 for that. So it's not going to be that easy, is it, for us? Then of course we're going to need some form of harvester further down the line as we get growing with the crops, etc. Where's the end? There it is. That's quite a long bit, but like I say, I will carry on and I'll get as much of this done as I can. I think we are going to make a fair bit of money off of this, so yeah, fingers crossed it's all going to go well. I'll see you later. I'm back. To say that took a while is an understatement. As you can see, it's 6:15 PM. I think it was nearly 10 AM when I left you, but we've literally got this log, I think there's another one there, to load up. That trailer has been very, very handy because you can't fit a mass amount in there, but we've done it. As you can see, nice open area. Now I probably could have taken these trees down, that one and the one just up the end there. I mean, they're not the very nice trees anyway, but I thought if I leave them in, it's pretty much, I'll show you in landscaping mode, it's pretty much sort of the edge of our boundary. So there, so that is going to be my sort of marker, and also the brown patches. If we come along again, you can see that tree there, that's probably just outside of our boundary actually, but we've got a lot of tree stumps. But look how much this area has been opened up, so we could get a nice field in there. I'm really excited about that, and what a lovely setting as well to have a field just here. Look at that, beautiful, just as the sun is starting to set. Like I said, obviously we've got a lot of stumps here, but I think what we'll do is we'll load up this trailer, we will sell what we've got, and we'll take some rest, and we'll come back in the morning to start on the stumps. A couple of things to note though whilst we're talking about stumps is, I can talk and work, as one of my work colleagues tells me. With the stumps, I cannot find anything sort of old vintage style on Mod Hub, so we probably are going to have to go with the standard in-game one, which is a little bit annoying, which is going to be this fella. I mean, it doesn't look massively modern, but it is what it is. The only thing that worries me is our tractor is only 43, I think, horsepower, and that is 70, but we'll have a go. If not, we're kind of stuck. I think it should work, but yeah, we're going to do the stumps in the morning, and that is that bit. Oh yeah, that was what I was going to say. I did turn down, or turn up, whatever way you want to look at it, the economic difficulty. I turned to hard because I just thought we were starting to earn a little bit too much money for these logs. As you can see, we've got 80,500, which sounds pretty good, but we are going to need that in the future, i.e. a harvester, something like that, possibly more tractors, other equipment, etc. So, but I turned it down. I mean, there's no way this is a survival series, I'm not implying that at all, but I just don't want it to be too easy for us, because where it is a small map, tension straps. What I did notice on this trailer, the logs that go to the side where the bars support struts bend out, the straps don't actually cover them, so it's been very slow trips to the sawmill. We should be right with this load because we haven't got a full stack. Yeah, I don't want it to be too easy for us that we're going to be ending up buying the whole sort of map within a couple of episodes, because although I said it's not going to be a long series, we don't want it to be ruined too quick, because I think we can have a little bit of fun on here. So pull into here. We've kind of been averaging, I mean this isn't stacked out as much as what I've had the others, but we have been averaging around 4,000 euros, I would say. So that one's 3,000, yeah, so not too bad though. So we've got 83,000 in the bank. Now I only turned the difficulty up because of the logs, so I'll monitor that. I'll probably put it back down to normal. But if it's looking like we're struggling, because where the fields are so small, where do I want to put this? I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure one of these is a drive-through. So we're just going to park up for the night. Yeah. Where's that gone? Yeah, where the fields are so small, I don't think we're going to be earning a great deal off the trees. Obsessed by trees now. I've spent so long doing it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be earning a lot off of the fields, so I might even turn the economic difficulty to easy for that part, because we will not be earning hardly anything off of the crops. It was just I was worried about the timber and the logs. But anyway, I'm probably going to sit there and have a nice drink and watch this sunset. Look at that, lovely. Or I might even sit on this bench actually. But I will see you in the morning, guys, and we'll crack on with the stump grinding and get that field processed, or created should I say. So I'll see you shortly. Good morning, guys. It's alright, I haven't slept here all night. I just thought I'd have a nice coffee in the morning and check out this lovely scenery again. But we have got things to do. We've got some stump grinding to get on with. So let's go and grab our tractor again, and we will head off to the shop. We'll get that stump grinder. What I'll probably do is I will, let's go first person. I will do a couple, and then I'll probably bring you back in when we're done, just so that it's not as boring for you guys. You don't want to see me for the next however long it's going to take stump grinding. I must admit, cutting those trees down though, obviously it took absolutely ages in real game time, because I've not changed the time. I kept it on real time, so obviously 1 minute in game is actually 1 minute in real life, so it took quite a while. And I did that, I'm on the wrong side of the road, we're not in the UK. I did that spread over about 3 actual real life days, which was madness. So that's how long it kind of took. Obviously that's doing bits and bobs here and there. Right, let's just stop there. Let's go in here. So forestry equipment, we're just going to lease this guy. €255. Hopefully we can get that done pretty quick. Like I say, it's a little bit annoying that we've got to use it, but we haven't got any choice really. I mean, on PC I think they've got lumberjack mod where you can cut the stumps up with a chainsaw, but obviously I'm on console, we don't have as many luxuries as those guys, so that will hook up. It's almost, I think it's actually bigger than the tractor, longer. So we'll head on. Whoa there, that's a bit heavy, isn't it? So I think we need to take a steady plod down to our area. You can already see through into the distance where those buildings are in the background. So like I said, we'll do a couple just so you can see I am actually doing them, because that was the other thing. I thought, well, if I don't bring you guys back in towards the end and I don't leave the stumps there, you're going to think I've just cheated and whatnot, but I didn't. I did it all properly. So let's just pray that this works. So it's firing it up. Right, so it's not actually moving, so I'm guessing it won't move whilst it's running, so we'll have to get into position, I think. He says. So yeah, we're gonna have to do it like that, I think, which is fine. We can handle that. We're gonna have to just line up with the stumps. And do them as we go, like this. But it is working. I'm happy with that. Oh. Just a little bit more. See that this is where we're going to have problems. Get it. Right, excellent. So at least that is working. So I'm going to crack on with this, and again I will see you in a while. Hopefully this will not take as long as the trees themselves. So I'll see you shortly, guys. Right, so we've got one left to do, as you can see. So if we line up on there, do. Excellent. What we'll do is we'll keep hold of the stump grinder just for a second, because once we plough that field, just in case there's any stray whatchamacallits, we'll cut across the meadow. If there's any stray stumps left over that I have missed, then we can get the stump grinder out and get rid of them. Hopefully we won't. But now what we need to do is go to the shop and get a nice little tool that fits on this tractor. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a very useful and versatile tractor for us. And we can start creating that field. I think if we detach the bucket like so, I'll stop there. Where's the shop menu? There it is. So what we need is under ploughs, and it is this, the GT plough, which goes for this tractor. It's only 2 meter wide working width, so you know it's gonna take a while, but it is what it is. But the cool thing about this is these attachments that go with this tractor, you can pick them up and you have to slide them in underneath like that, I think. Jump back in the tractor, there you go, Lizard GT plough, attach. Look at that, we've got our plough attached. I think there's I know there's 2 cultivators I think that go with this, another 2 meter one and a 3 meter one. There's also seeder and a planter, so they're all going to come in handy. We will be using them later, but for now we will get this field ploughed up. I'm just a little bit worried about the boundaries though, so I don't want to go over our boundary and then once we start growing a crop it's not going to let us harvest it, so that could cause us issues if we're not careful. It's probably going to stay this side because I'm pretty sure if we get near that hut, yeah, so if we stay this side of that bush, we'll just have a little wander along. See, it starts going funny here, so we'll cut across the front there. This edge I'm worried about as well. So I think if we kind of stick with the dirt patches that you can see, we should be okay. Again, stay away from that edge. I don't want it going too far to that edge as well. Let's just check we've got create fields on. We have now. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the mushrooms, whether they're going to disappear or not. We'll soon find out, but off we go. Oh, look at this, guys. We'll create a field. Let's get a better angle. So yeah, if we go sort of straight up, I'm going to try and take these 2 bushes out because I don't really want them in the picture. Like so, that's good. Then we'll cut across here, trying to stay this side of our boundary. So yeah, it's not a huge working width this plough, but it's going to be absolutely fine for us, I think. So where are we looking for here? We are up here. Can we push out to there? I think we can. Yeah, and then we need to follow that. Worst comes to worst, we just won't be able to harvest some of it. Which is not ideal, but if we stay something like this, because I don't think any of that to our left is ours. It's still going to be a nice sized field though. And then we'll try and get rid of these bushes here as we start to come around and across. I'll probably not risk touching those. So come straight across here, try and get rid of some of these bushes, and then we'll meet up with this area. So how's that looking across the front there? Yeah, we probably could have got away with those bushes, but we'll leave them for a minute. So there we go, we've got a boundary. Let's just have a quick look on the map. Look at that, we've pretty much taken advantage of that whole forestry area. So I will carry on with this, get this done, and I will see you towards the end of it. Right, we've just got this tiny strip left to do. I know I've said it previous in the episode, but this tractor has just handled everything we've thrown at it this episode. It's just a brilliant little workhorse. I love it. As you can see, the mushrooms didn't go, so we're going to have to learn to live with them in and amongst our crops. That's okay, because if we did get chickens in the future, we could probably have a chicken and mushroom pie one evening. So let's get this last little bit done. Like so. Switch that off. Absolutely huge area. I might have a little tinker with it off camera. See if I can push out the boundaries a little bit more, but I don't want to go too mad. But that is a pretty good sized field. I'm happy with that. Obviously it's going to need liming, but we'll do all that next episode. I don't know if you spotted my mistake with the stump grinder. I leased it, didn't I? And I said earlier in the episode there'd be no leasing. We're not doing any contracts, and we're not going to have any workers on this map or this series. So what I was going to do to even things up is to return that like so. Oh, didn't want to come out of that menu, and go back into forestry equipment, and we will buy that. I know it's not as vintage as what we would want, but obviously I didn't want to lease it, so we've lost 255 euros. So we've bought that. We might even sell it before, you know, because I can't see us needing that for a long time. We've got another forestry area over there, but that's probably quite a way off from us owning that, so we probably will sell that in the future just to get rid of it, raise some funds. But I think we'll leave it there for that episode. This little beauty there, look, it's going to need a bit of TLC. I hope you have all enjoyed the episode and the start of this series. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.